This is the new 4th generation Kia Sorento. As you can see, it's a big SUV. It seats 7, so family buyers love it. SUV haters don't. It competes with the likes of the Hyundai Santa Fe, Skoda Kodiaq and the new Mercedes GLB. Right now, as I'm speaking, it only is available in front-wheel drive, automatic, diesel format in Ireland. There's soon coming a plug-in hybrid model, and that'll be the one to buy, especially with all the changes in the budget 2021. Now, the chunky appearance of the new Sorento might make you think that it's much bigger than the old car, but it's not much actually. It's about the same length, a little bit wider, a little bit taller, and actually it's a new platform, so there's a bit more distance in the wheelbase, which means longer doors and a bit more space up front. That's all good, right? And of course, an SUV like this is all about the interior. In fact, it's more about the interior in this car. It's absolutely huge. Now, it's only sold in 7 seats, as I mentioned, so there's 3 rows. The front 2 rows is pure luxury car. This second row, 3 adults can sit across the back, no problem at all. Up front, it's very, very impressive, this Sorento. It takes a big step forward from the previous one. It compares very well to all the premium cars now. You've got this lovely trim material actually, and it's all tactile and very, very high quality. The instruments themselves are digital, and depending on the driving mode you choose, it changes appearance. It works very well and it looks good. A particularly neat feature actually is the blind spot assist, where when you indicate, your blind spot, a camera in your blind spot shows up within the dashboard. So it shows you what you might be missing if you don't glance in your blind spot yourself. It takes a bit of getting used to rely on that rather than, you know, years of looking over your shoulder as you should do. But it's an extra little safety feature and it works very well. It's particularly useful in town actually for spotting cyclists as well. So that's quite nifty. And as I mentioned, the rear is hugely spacious. Before I get in, it's worth pointing out how wide this door opens. It's a long wheelbase on this car, and that is brilliant. It makes it easy for adults to get in, whether they're mobility reduced or, probably more importantly, easier to get kids into their car seats. It's a crucial aspect of a family car. Now, you step up a little bit, but not too much. It means you get good visibility. Before I talk about the rest of the car, I love these cup holders. They're really upright, they're right there. It means even if there are people across here and you can't use the cup holders built in here, you have one there, right to hand. Now, in 7-seaters, the rearmost seats, they usually get the raw deal. They're usually designed for kids, you know, teenagers and below who are maybe just out of their boosters or just in their boosters. Not very comfortable for adults for very long. And it's the same here, to be honest. There's a lot of room here. Sure, you can move this forward and divide up the room, but the back is not really designed for adults. Now, however, it's a nice easy way to get into it. You just press this button here, it electrically reduces, and there we go. Step in. So you're a bit knees up back here, and it really does depend on how much further forward this seat slides in front. But it's not bad. Headroom isn't bad at all, and there are USB ports back here. There's actually air conditioning controls back here, which is quite nice. So let's see how versatile the car is now. This is the car in its 7-seat layout. Obviously you can see the seats right back there. So putting down these seats, put down the headrests, pull these tags here, and you have a huge boot. And then to actually get them to fold right down, so you see you've got a massive load space. Basically you have a van. And the new Sorento is quite impressive on the road as well. Now, we will say that this is not the model to buy if you're somebody who drives around town all the time, regardless of how big your family is, doing school runs, shopping, etc. A diesel engine is just not suited to that life. So if you're one of those drivers, please wait for the plug-in hybrid. That would be far better suited. The diesel is very good on the motorway. It actually gets very close to its official fuel economy. We found in a couple of hours run up the motorway, we averaged about 45 miles per gallon, about 6.3 litres per 100 kilometres. On such a journey, it is very quiet, very refined, superbly comfortable. This car is double glazing actually, which makes a big difference to that. Keeps out road noise, keeps out wind noise. So the Sorento does the important stuff well. It's comfortable, it's refined, it's pretty economical on a long run actually in the diesel form, and it's very stable on the motorway. That's noticeably so. The lack of all-wheel drive will surprise some, and it won't be an issue most of the year for most people, depending where you live, obviously in the country. The traction control is very, very quick. It never feels unsafe or anything. It's just, you know, it's not a car you choose to drive in the snow. Well, that's our first look at the new Kia Sorento. What do we think of it? Overall, a very impressive vehicle, isn't it? It's 4 out of 5 stars, easily maybe 4.5, depending on your perspective. That perspective depends on whether you're a town driver or if you're down the country or if you're in the motorway a lot. The diesel one suits the latter. Wait for the hybrid if you're going to be driving in town only. Now, that aside, the car itself is very impressive. The interior is fabulous. It's versatile, it's very high quality, it's very high specification. It's very hard not to like it, especially as a family buyer. The car drives very well, it's smooth on the road, it's comfortable and it's refined. The diesel, as I said, is quite economical on a long run. So overall, it's a thumbs up.